to do. I didn't want to do. Paul would turn on me, and then I would feud with Paul, but he would bring in Brock. And then this, of course, you know where this is going. He's like, and then I need you and Brock for SummerSlam, big headline match. And I said, great. And let me preface this, ladies and gentlemen, with wrestling is fake, and it doesn't really fucking matter in a lot of instances who wins and who fucking loses. But put yourself in my shoes.
I'll disagree with that.
Yeah. Well, so he goes, you versus Brock, SummerSlam. And I went, great. Who's going over? And he goes, well, Brock. And I went, great. Who's going to be at work on Monday? And there's just silence on the end of the phone. And he goes, well, I mean, you. And I went, why? I said, do I get my rematch at the next pay-per-view? He goes, no. I said, when's Brock coming back? He said, probably the Royal Rumble. And I went, fucking hell. Okay, so I got to put over The Rock, and he goes away. I got to put over Taker, and he goes away. And now I'm putting over Brock, and he goes away. My stock is dropping rapidly in the eyes of the casual viewer, who is who they care about. So if I'm to maintain my main event status, I'm not going to be able to do it by just producing excellent matches on house shows and TVs all the time. I now know that the business model has changed, and just me barking about how I don't like that it's changed is going to do anything about it. I now go, well, fuck it. I want to be that guy.
Right.
And Vince was like, well, no, I need you. The talent pool is really thin right now. And I went, tell Brock to work the fucking house shows. And this is, a lot of people are going to be like, oh, he doesn't like Brock. Me and Brock get along fucking great. So shut up. But again, my hang up was WrestleMania main event. I guess I'm just going to have to do it again. I'll fucking work Jericho. We'll blow it out of the water. I'll do this stuff with Paul. It'll be fucking excellent. That can get me excited. I'll work Brock. We'll fucking steal the show. And then there's no way they can fucking deny. They can't, for the third, fourth year in a row, be like, no, this is Punk's year. Even though I thought it was my year every year for 3 years. They can't be like, nope, he's not in the main event of WrestleMania. So I did the Brock match. I did all that. And then again, well, we don't know what to do with you now. Can you work Ryback? And I said, no. And once again, Vince goes, I'll owe you one. And then I said, that's 3 you're going to fucking owe me. I said, you know this guy hurt me last time. No, it's going to be different. Like, you know, he went away for whatever reason. He turned heel. He's going to be a Paul Heyman guy. It's going to continue the feud with Paul. I was like, do you not see a problem with going from Brock to Ryback? Like, that's just whatever. But all right, I'll try to fucking make it work. I was more interested in working with Curtis Axel to try to fucking elevate him because Triple H did such an awesome job at doing it, even though he promised him he was going to. That's the bitter part of me fucking creeping out, ladies and gentlemen. So,
but it's bitterness out of wanting to see young guys who deserve it being elevated.
So I acquiesce. I say,
great word.
All right, I'll work Ryback. And I go up to Ryan and I go, hey man, clean slate. Let's fucking kill this. Let's fucking show them, you know, that you're better than they think you are. Let's show them that I'm better than they think I am. And let's fucking, you know, let's turn this mid-card shit into a fucking main event. Yeah, I'm really excited. Great, blah, blah, blah. First night out, gorilla press through a table, fucking misses the table. Dumps me on the concrete fucking ground. Tilts my fucking pelvis. Fucks me up for weeks.
So let's add we're adding physical fucked upness.
Well, I'm compensating because my knee is still fucked.
Right.
Both my knees. You know what I mean? The one that just had surgery 6 months ago and the one that was fucking torn up and I refused to have surgery on. I just wanted to rehab it, which I did. And then like now it's at the point where I walk up to him and I go, you can't tell me you didn't do that on purpose because you've done it so many times now. You either tell me right now you're dumb as fuck and you suck, or you did it on purpose. And he was like, I'm dumb as fuck. I'm sorry. And like, there's nothing at that point, like there was nothing I could do. In my mind, there was like, well, great, I'm fucked. There's nothing I can do. So I work him. It hurts. I had a tag match. It might've been me and Dragon against Daniel Bryan. I'm sorry. It's how I met him. Curtis Axel.
Such an indie nerd, man.
Yeah, I know. I'm a big mark. There was a match where he kicked me in the ribs as hard as he could. Like he took a shot at me, and I was just like, man, this is fucking ridiculous. Like I'm falling apart. Now I got broken ribs, and then I got speared by Roman Reigns on something, and I just took an ugly bump on it, and it made it worse. And like, I don't know if anybody's ever if you've ever even bruised a rib, like it sucks. Your life is miserable. You can't sleep. You can't fucking breathe. You can't work out. Fuck that. Fuck all that shit. So,
which of course that's your job. You got to be half naked in front of America, in front of the world.
Yep.
So I mean, working out is just as important.
Somewhere along the line, I started to feel worse than I've ever felt in my entire life.